why I'm screaming. I don't know why I'm screaming.
Because you're the devil. You scream if you want to.
I don't have to scream.
You don't have to do anything. You're the devil.
Exactly.
I love it.
And hey, Eugene.
Just take your mask off.
What? One of my 5,000 masks. You don't want to see my real me.
Yeah.
There is no you there. It's turtles
Exactly.
all the way down.
I'm everybody actually. And
love it.
besides that, yeah, I like this talk, and we made great progress, and I really like masks.
All right. Well, we've got Rabtai and Eugene here, right?
Eugene, F Society, please unlock your microphone. I gave you the rights.
Yeah, can you?
I gave him the rights. I have him.
Okay.
But he has on his own his mic off.
Okay. Hopefully
he'll appear when he's ready.
Yeah, he will. He's doing his prep in a pre-interview.
Exactly.
Prep. Yeah.
He's in the green room getting ready. They got to put the makeup on, get his voice ready. Yeah, I hear you.
Making weird sound.
How have you been this week, Rab?
It's been pretty good. I mean, kind of slow at work, doing some day trading, making some profit.
Nice. Hey,
yeah.
you're making money. It's never a bad week.
I mean, man, but I need to get my loss from 2018. That was a big hit.
Ooh.
So I'm not there yet, but slowly getting up, going up. You know, what goes up comes down, right?
Exactly.
What goes down probably come up.
If you pump it hard. If you pump it hard, you gotta.
Yeah.
It looks like we've got Eugene. You're ready to speak. Is this right, Eugene? Welcome. He's unmiked.
Can't hear you.
Unmuted.
Yeah, I can't hear you.
Hey guys, I'm here too. I'm just gonna stay muted and let you guys do your thing. But
if
you have any questions, let me know.
Hey.
Earl, sir. All right. Good to see you. So you met Eugene playing poker online, is that right, Rab?
No, I met him on one of the day trading Telegram chat.
Okay, very good. Now, are
they trading crypto or stocks?
Yeah, crypto trading, day trading.
Okay, very nice. And have you had any involvement with Fantasygold Exchange?
So I told you guys last week. So I built a Mac wallet for them, and
that's right.
And that was my first involvement to impress the community there.
Yes.
And then I spent a week, and the small bot, tipping bot is ready for them. So we're gonna launch tonight a tipping bot in Fantasygold.
Ooh, okay, nice.
So
that's going to launch tonight.
Tonight, yeah, that is my involvement so far.
Very cool.
It's a 1 week report, I guess.
Okay. Now, is this a collaboration with you and Tipsy?
No, it's it'll look like a high pool kind of bot.
Okay.
But just a simple basic, just send the tip and, like rent, check your, deposit, withdraw, check your balance, those kind of things. Nothing fancy, just a simple bot.
I apologize. Do you guys hear me? Do I have to?
Yeah, you need you have a probably push to talk. So
yeah, can you change that?
I'm trying to change it, but then it doesn't allow me. It doesn't allow me to change it. I can't change it.
Yeah, I could maybe.
So they're going to go back. Eugene, welcome. They're going to go back into the back room here, fiddle with a few switches, pull a few wires, put some gum where it belongs, and maybe allow you to do without push to talk. But welcome.
That would be great. That would be wonderful.
Awesome. Well, it's good to have you. I've been learning about you this week. There's not a lot about you online. As far as this chat goes, you may want that to be the case. And so I guess reveal what you want. And if not, I have no problem. If you're like, I don't want to answer that, totally cool. I won't touch it.
Sorry, Eugene, can you check again if you can push to talk? I upgraded you a little bit.
Give me 1 second. Let me just double check. 1 second.
Sorry, Matt. Sorry, Rab.
Oh no, you're fine.
Technically.
That's all right. That's all right, man.
This is the Discord. Exactly. The Discord equivalent of clearing our throats.
Yeah.
Taking a sip.
Yeah, exactly.
Hey, guys. I mean,
Getting ready.
it's midnight for me, so I'm
There we
allowed to
go.
drink a little bit.
I'm drinking
That is
water,
exactly
so-
right. And I am drinking seltzer water, sparkling
nice.
water. It sparkles.
That's cool.
It's fancy.
No, it doesn't let me
Sparkles
do
like a
it. I have to keep pushing it to talk because if I go to voice activity, it just mutes me entirely. So
It doesn't happen. Well, we're at least not gas powered here, Eugene. So I guess a quick question for you: where in the world are you from?
actually, Brooklyn, New York. That's
Oh,
where
right on.
Yes, that's where I reside.
I love it. My I guess not to reveal too much about myself, but my significant other, my wife, that's her name. So Brooklyn holds a special place in our hearts. We love the spot.
Awesome.
That's not a coincidence either. It's almost fate.
It
wonderful.
is. This is meant to happen.
That's
and
great.
So I'm curious. I noticed on the you're of course with Fantasygold Exchange, and how did you come to that project?
Well, I came into this whole company basically as an investor. I found this company in 2017 because I really loved what they were trying to tackle. They were basically trying to go, they were trying to compete with esports companies, and at the time there was very little. So when I realized that they're trying to basically tackle esports and daily fantasy sports, I really thought that this could be massive if this could be done correctly. I think this could be an amazing market.
Very cool.
Yeah, and then
So you came on as an investor, but you're specifically online poker. Is that right?
1 sec. I just had to push the talk. No, I've been playing poker for many years. Aside from everything, I grew up around a couple of friends who started playing professionally. So when I actually fell in love with blockchain, because I only entered the space in 2017, I had my own idea for like a platform to just allow people to play, without middlemen. This is before blockchain even. And then when I realized that the potential what blockchain could do, and you could really revolutionize any industry. So I have my own idea that I've been kind of had on the back burner aside from Fantasygold, but this is going to also run on the Fantasygold blockchain because we have our own blockchain. But that's a little later. Yes, that's a little later down the line.
Okay,
Eugene,
Eugene, please check again. I tried my best.
Give me 1 second.
So, yep.
Maybe if I reboot it, maybe if I restart it.
No.
No, not necessary.
You don't have to. No.
Okay, 1 second.
Okay.
I'll just check. Hold on.
So it sounds like somebody sold their soul to the devil, and we got some progress here. Thank you, unfortunate soul, whoever did that. So, the comments are pretty fun. Earl Sir is having a good time out there. Good to see everybody. Good to see.
Hey, Matt, you read? I also bought the VR goggles.
Oh, you did as well?
Yep.
Good.
And
yeah,
I ordered it on Wednesday at midnight, something or something, close to midnight. And they said, yeah, Saturday. And I said, yeah, maybe hangover from Friday might not be so good to check out first time VR. But fortunately, it came today at lunchtime.
Oh, good. So you tried it out. What do you think?
Yeah, it's awesome. It's totally different. I mean, you think, yeah, well, VR, yeah, whatever, yeah, blah, blah. But if you're in there, it's so amazing. It's like even the starting screen from this Oculus is, you look at the home place where you start, yeah, and like, I wanna live there. I wanna be there. Hey. And then you want to go to some place, and then you see the border of your construction where you're not allowed or where you should not move further.
Sounds
it's so
interesting.
awesome. It's really awesome.
Unfortunately,
We pull ours out of the box tomorrow.
still push the talk.
Oh, you are?
Devil.
Okay.
Not a
Well,
problem.
we'll forge forward. We'll move ahead. So you have friends who are professional poker players. Are these like people in Vegas that are on TV with the little cameras behind them, reaction shots, all that?
One kid from Brooklyn, actually, that I know very well. He was on the WPT recently, I think a year ago, and he finished third.
Okay,
Very
that's impressive.
significant amount of money. Yeah. But I think what's more impressive, honestly, is just that there's no. If anybody actually has played cards online, like when through the Poker Stars days and the full tilt poker, all that type of stuff. I feel like since then there hasn't been any innovation. And now, if you actually could blend, because I heard talking about virtual reality. So if you could blend successfully, like blockchain plus virtual reality plus a bunch of other kind of maybe even AI, you could create like just a system or a platform like the world has never seen. So honestly, that's what I'm gonna try to do. That's my vision.
Yeah,
So
I mean that's huge ambition. I saw that. I've been spending time on Fantasy Gold this week, just checking it out. But that is one of the thoughts, right? That you're going to do a VR poker forum.
yes, definitely. Like I said, this is still I've had this on the back burner. I've been plotting on this for a while now, but I have the opportunity now, and basically once because a couple of the people from Fantasy Gold, they're going to join me on the project as well. But if all goes well, because again it's I apologize. The hardest thing to do is coding wise, because a lot of
Yes.
projects they raise millions of dollars and a lot of them like under delivered or they didn't deliver like a platform. So
Yeah, so I guess tell me a little bit about Fantasy Sports Gold. I've been on the Discord a little bit. Who are the devs behind it?
So Nico, he's the main developer and he's also the visionary.
Mm-hmm.
He started the company, and at that point, basically from the very beginning, we had a site called draftdaily.com. It was a fully functional fantasy sports platform. So it was up and running, but it cost a lot of money to maintain it and to honestly, too much at that point. And we never did an ICO, so it was very difficult to truthfully, especially when the bear market hit, a lot of the companies.
Right.
It was very difficult to withstand that, but we did.
Well done. And this is the draftdaily.com, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And so he moved forward, and I guess he's the one talking on Fantasy Gold. You have something going on, I think, with Soldier of Fortune, right?
You know what I think you have to do? If you restart the program, sometimes the changes they come into effect.
Did you check your setting, hey, Eugene? Did you check your setting?
I did. I just go to Hive Music and I press the settings. It only has 2 options.
Yeah, I think you have to shut it down and log back in. You know what I love about our Discord forum here is we're a little bit modern, a little bit not modern. We're kind of like steampunk. I feel like this is a steampunk forum kind of thing.
Yeah,
which I love.
It's like what I do. When I started, I was kind of the star. He knows computers. Meanwhile, everybody knows computers, but I still know mechanics. Yeah, but the newbies, they don't know mechanics. So it's like, hey, it's like a mixture. You know what I mean? That's what LCC is here on Discord.
Yeah,
that is true. And that's one of the things too, even if you go back to Tanner, right, and his background in the demo scene, right, is this kind of embracing retrograde technology. There's something pure about that, something punk.
it's old and new mixed together. It's like a hybrid.
Exactly. I love it. Which really, that's cryptocurrency.
Foxy Yoga loves it too.
Foxy Fox, is it Fox Yoga? I think it's either Foxy Yoga or Fox Yoga, and I like Fox Yoga. All these stretching little foxes.
I like Foxy.
It's for each his own.
Is this plus 18 or something, Joe? No, I don't think so.
Should
No,
I
okay,
think it is.
let it be.
It should be. It should be.
It should be.
It,
It should be.
but
So I
then,
tried.
you know,
I tried with the
emotionally,
settings, and unfortunately, it does not work. It only allows me
okay,
to push to talk.
Okay. So
push the talk. We're gonna embrace the retrograde here.
okay.
So the question I'd had, Eugene, I guess one of the things with Fantasy Sports Gold I saw in your Discord is something to do with Soldier of Fortune. Can you talk about that?
Gladly. So this is what I was going to say prior to all of this. So we had this dilemma, and I'll just answer your question right after. We had a
Please,
dilemma,
please.
just like every single blockchain project, where you're kind of obligated to get on a bigger exchange to get recognition, but you truly can't afford it because exchange like Binance, you know, at one point they were charging upwards of like $150,000 to get listed, if not more. So we had
That's a
that
lot.
dilemma.
Yeah,
It's a lot of money.
tell this to the users. It's always, why not Binance? Why not Binance?
Because people don't understand that it's very expensive, and they make it almost impossible. Unless you raise millions of
Yeah.
dollars, it's very hard to get on an exchange like that. So once we were faced with that dilemma, and Coin Exchange closed its doors. Cryptopia supposedly got hacked, when pretty much everybody in the, understands that this is actually, I apologize. It always goes mute, and you have to restart the whole program. We do this consistently,
Oh,
so this
okay.
is
Okay,
Yeah.
good.
Huh.
it's a
Thank you.
Discord issue. Yeah. That's always the case lately.
Interesting.
We felt picked on, so it's good to know. It's just a problem with the space. But please continue. You were talking.
Short, yeah. So Soldiers of Fortune is basically it's going to be a multi-person shooter that we're going to kind of implement esports where you can actually compete for money, and
Yes.
the whole game is going to operate on Fantasy Gold, basically on FGC, Fantasygold Coin, and it's going to be very interesting because a lot of games don't really offer that nowadays, because for like a whole game to operate on a currency where you literally need money for everything within the game, I think that's going to be pretty cool.
That's
So.
awesome.
So we will have shortly, hopefully within a week, 2 weeks, we will have a live video basically of the game, like a game by gameplay video to kind of showcase what the game's going to be about. I was already presented this during a meeting a couple of weeks back, so we were all really impressed. A lot of months, a lot of energy went into this, but the point is that we're not trying to. That's what I was going to say before, but it, constantly holding the button just gets a little annoying. But the thing is,
It does.
no worries though, no worries. I'm just a little nervous also, so I apologize. But the thing
No,
is
it's okay.
that
You need to be nervous. We are definitely as you are kind of people.
awesome. But the thing is that I'm sure all of you will agree that there's a lot of blockchain companies, but many of them, very few, actually have a real use case. So
Exactly.
the companies that do have a real use case, for example, like Binance, they achieved just in 3 years, you know what I'm saying, just billions of dollars, and their token went
Yes.
from. It shows you the potential if you actually deliver on a functioning platform. If you actually have a use case, it's limitless. The potential is truly limitless. So that's
Agreed.
why we want to create a whole ecosystem. We want to focus on esports. We want to focus on fantasy sports and sports betting, and just many different things. But we just need one use case. That's why we started with the exchange, and we're basically beta testing it now. So if all goes well, the exchange is going to be operational soon, and then we will have a game. And at that point, we're going to just basically just attract developers to build on our chain. So that's basically the goal, is to just create a full ecosystem, to create a bunch of different products that people could use and have the token. They could do something fun with it instead of just holding it on an exchange.
Yeah, and that was kind of my understanding. I hoped you could explain that what you've created at Fantasy Gold with the Fantasy Gold coin is a blockchain that you're inviting developers to build on.
That's
That would use your coin as the currency of the realm or esports.
that's exactly that.
Yeah,
But we can very easily also create a token for other companies, because we're not like just an ERC20 token where we're pegged to basically Ethereum. We have our own functional blockchain, and I could give you a little bit of just a little information on that. It's built on the core, on the Bitcoin core, and it also integrates Ethereum-based smart contracts. So we have both, and it's POS, it makes it a lot easier. It's more
proof of
decentralized.
stake. Mm-hmm.
Yes, it's a lot more decentralized, because as you guys know, the biggest problem with Bitcoin is that all the miners have all the power. If they decide to dump,
Yes.
a crazy amount tomorrow, the price is going to dump, and there's nobody can do anything about that, unfortunately. But with POS, it kind of gives a lot of people the power to just, you're not really just I mean, not a few people actually have all the control. So
yeah, it's definitely more democratized. So back to this, if I understand right, you're a SHA-256 because you're part of Bitcoin Core, but you're also on the Ethereum network, which is the smart contracts, right?
correct. We went with Quantum's technology actually, and there's actually only 3 companies right now, known companies, that actually use their technology. Because
Can you
nowadays,
explain?
Quantum basically, they're from my understanding of it, they somehow they combined just Ethereum. They have their own smart contracts. It's not really like ERC20 tokens.
Okay.
They have their own. So by using their technology originally, we basically
Because he was talking about quantum, which it sounds like is a form of the Ethereum. I'm sure he'll be right back. I have tried desperately hard to understand Ethereum versus blockchain. And best I can tell, Ethereum, the smart contracts, it's essentially like a C3PO, what C3PO in Star Wars is for translation. The Ethereum smart contract is for different user or developers. Is that right?
I'm gonna
I
be
mean,
honest, that didn't clear anything up for me.
And it opened a tiny opening in the clouds for me. How would you? Does anyone know? I hope
I
we're not the
mean,
best. I'm not the
what
best we
is
have.
no. I mean, what are you trying to clear, Matt? Like Ethereum is a blockchain, right? It's a part of the block. I mean, runs as a blockchain, but they have
Yes,
a smart contract that people can build and run on the top of Ethereum. That's what Fantasygold does.
And the thing is that they made it so easy for the people to go on their chain as a contract
Mhm.
that they succeed.
So the benefits on that is like you have a blockchain, Ethereum running
hmm
blockchain. If you make a contract, you get all the benefits of Ethereum, security and
okay.
all those things, right? Nodes and everything. So if Ethereum nodes are running, that means your smart contract is also running as a blockchain on the top of Ethereum. So those
yeah
are like
Now,
those.
look at it
oh, here
like
we
an
go.
app
You're back.
basically. Yeah, it's just like an app running on the blockchain basically, on their
Yeah.
blockchain.
Okay,
Yep.
That's what it
Yeah. That
for the
is.
most
That is.
part.
Yeah. That's a good example.
very
Yeah.
good. So you're starting to say with quantum, there are three companies in the world that you know of that use this.
They use their technology, yes, because many others went with with Ethereum, but they have very big scalability issues. There's a lot of problems with Ethereum, which a lot of people don't really know.
Security
That's why
problems.
they're now switching. Security mainly, also scalability.
Interesting.
If you guys remember, when they created the game, when a third-party company created CryptoKitties,
Yeah.
if anybody
Hmm.
remembers,
Yes.
this
Yeah.
clogged
I have
all of
some crypto
Ethereum's
kitties.
network. So you
I have
understand exactly,
14
but
kitties.
They gave the blockchain a hairball, a bad one. It was
it clogged the whole network was basically at a standpoint where they couldn't even. It was horrific. So we're talking about $1 billion company, and one game can do that. It just
that's
shows that.
horrid.
Yeah, no, it was they have a lot of issues. So quantum, I'm still learning as we speak, like on a daily basis. But quantum managed to fix all these scalability issues, and they're technologically very innovative when it comes to this. They're not just copying or duplicating somebody's blockchain. They created, a very amazing blockchain themselves. So I'm very happy that our developer went with Quantum's technology when he decided to create, a blockchain.
I mean, 2017, like 3 years ago.
Yeah,
Yeah,
which was
it's
a
actually.
world ago.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Now
yeah,
I
yeah.
noticed one of your use cases, for Fantasy Gold that I found just brilliant and in retrospect maybe obvious, but certainly not beforehand obvious, was that you looked at in esports and fantasy sports, the processing fees are about 5%. You wipe that out, and that goes either to the developer or the user, right?
Exactly.
Through your coin, which is
Hmm.
huge. That is huge because these are $1 billion a year industries.
Definitely, but they're all greedy. The biggest problem with these companies are they're driven by greed. They're fueled by greed, and the brilliance of blockchain and all that you're giving the power to the users. Regular people could make something, could get rewarded, and they don't
Yes.
have to just overcharge their clients and on the fees and everything. So
Well, it looks like as well what you'd offer is security, right? In terms of once the deal is done, there's no chargeback. if someone's betting or whatever, you can't get back what you've lost. So it's easier for the owner, right?
Yeah, definitely.
More secure. And so with Soldier of Fortune, what do you? This seems an innovation or a moving the FSG or the FGC project forward. What are the hopes there?
So that just got.
Oh, that's right. And I mangled the question.
No.
With
That's
Soldier of Fortune, I know there's an existing game, Soldier of Fortune, right? Is this that game?
Existing is good. That's 94 or something.
no. We looked into it. This is an old title of a game that it was in the 90s, literally the early 90s.
Yeah.
So we looked into it. We could easily use the name because that game is no longer kind of existent. So we wanted to put like a crypto spin on it.
Okay.
That's cool.
Yeah.
And your developer's making this game, and I've seen his presentation of this because I think you're looking for investment for it, right?
Yes, it's pretty much right now it's one person working on it. Like I said, this is his baby, this is his vision, and he's had this vision for years. So after, like I said, we want to actually present something to the people, because when people do ICOs, for example, they literally have nothing but just promises.
Hype.
And we promise you the moon and the stars, but in reality they have nothing. We want to deliver a functioning game that people could actually see, and then we'll basically, we'll say what we're looking for, and the goal is, the short-term goal is to do an IEO, not an ICO, but you guys know the difference. An IEO is basically there's how do I say, there's like a security element to it because it's pegged to an exchange, so people trust it more than just doing a random ICO from a website.
So what is an I'm assuming that's initial exchange offering, IEO?
That's exactly what it is. And people trust these companies now that are, very just, I feel like, successful companies that are trying to just, raise money. They do it this way. And I've seen a lot of them that are very successful because people, after so many people lost money in ICOs, it's very hard to people don't trust it automatically. There's so many scams and so many people got screwed. And it's unfortunate, really, because people took advantage of, people who had money, who people wanted to invest in certain things.
Yeah, very, very scammy space, and it kind of smeared the whole industry. But how does an initial exchange offering work?
It basically, you do it. I'll give you an example. We are actually trying to get listed on this exchange also, but there's a Korean exchange called probit.com, and they're allowing people to do IEOs on their exchange. So I feel like I think they sign off on it also, if I'm not mistaken, which kind of, again, it's the security factor where people are, they trust it more because it's not just some random people doing, trying to raise money. So,
how does it work?
You just basically you pay for an IEO listing through the exchange, and you raise money basically on the exchange. Let's say if it's Probit, you have your own site, of course, but you're basically just raising money directly through the exchange.
I see. So the exchange is the control of quality and validity.
Exactly.
So they investigate you and they say, is this a legit thing? Does this developer really develop? Yes. And so now you're coming out under their auspices.
That's exactly what it is.
Okay.
So if anybody trades here, because me and Rabin, we trade a lot, especially. But if you've seen what Binance has been doing, they thoroughly basically analyze all the IEOs that they bring to their platform. So they sweep them from literally throughout. So that's exactly to answer your question. So
brilliant. And so you passed that. You've passed through that gauntlet.
Not necessarily because we're not going with Binance, but
I see.
The point that we see what's needed is what I'm saying, for people to kind of to feel safe that their money will be used for something. You know what I'm saying? As opposed to just have a fear that something could go wrong, or and
So and now have you already arranged for your IEO on Probit?
We're talking to them. We're going back and forth with them for the last couple of weeks. So we have options. We have a lot of options. But
very good.
If they offer us a good price, and if they're willing to do, because we want to do more than just, like I said, do one IEO. We want to bring them a lot of business.
Yes.
But like I was saying before, unfortunately, they're all greedy. They're very, very greedy.
Yes.
So to be realistic, they wanted to charge 3 Bitcoin, and they just said it like it was nothing, just to get one pair, just to get one FGC Bitcoin pair. And I was going back
Wow.
and forth. I showed them, like physical products that we're trying to bring, and she was very interested. And then she's like, I could do better than that. I could do 2 Bitcoin. Then she dropped it down to like 1.3. So, but you see my point that they're right out the
Yes,
gate.
I do.
They're so greedy that it's disgusting. So
Yeah,
what we're trying to,
agree with you.
Hmm?
No, I
That's
agree
why.
with you. Keep going.
That's why when we realize that we see this for what this is on our exchange, mainly we want to allow people to to buy FGC just without any hassle, without worrying, with the wallets and maintenance, then something goes wrong, and then you know what I'm saying. It's just a
Yep.
safe place for people to buy the token. Secondly, we want to charge people a monthly fee, not 2-3 Bitcoin to get listed. Just a simple small monthly
Oh.
fee that we could work with you directly. So So I
This is
think
an ambitious project.
yes.
Okay, guys.
Yeah.
Let's take
Go
a
ahead.
5 minutes break
Okay.
to honor AC/DC because their Back in Black album has a 40 years anniversary.
That was a really good song.
Thanks a
I
lot.
love that. Whatever, like 4 minutes something. It was great.
Awesome. Well, yeah, thank you for that. That was a surprise for me. I didn't even know about it. Very pleasant surprise.
Yeah, it
Well,
was
so
indeed.
I wanted to kind of sum up. I mean, with Fantasygold Coin and Fantasygold Exchange, is the I think we've still got Eugene with us. Do we?
Yeah, I'm definitely here. I'm here.
Yes.
I'm just
Awesome.
listening. I'm here.
So with your Soldier of Fortune, is that going to be part of the Fantasygold Coin kind of suite of offerings, or will it be its own separate thing?
I think we're gonna just create a token, an in-game token, basically, because
Okay.
since the FGC token's already been out since 3 years, we can't do an IEO for that specific token because it's already on the market. So we want
Oh,
to
good.
we want to do an in-game token directly. That's going to be used with actually, I think, if I'm not mistaken, basically with no volatility behind it, like a stable coin pegged to the game, which
Excellent.
will be easier because but you'll still need basically FGC token to for everything to buy the token directly. So
Perfect.
this is
You're creating your own economy essentially. And with the
that's
Fantasygold Exchange, who can come onto that?
we're still we'll have a lot more information because, like I said, this is just a closed beta. We're trying to basically
Okay.
just launch.
This is
Also,
new.
we want to make sure. Yeah. As long as the logistics and everything, everything has to be on point. We don't want to really, put a lot of tokens, because in the States it's harder to do so, to actually to launch your own exchange and all that. But this is what we were thinking. If we create an ecosystem, just we mainly list our own tokens that we design for companies, for example. So it's going to be easier to
Yes.
do it that way from the beginning than to just have $1 million list Ethereum and like Cardano and like all these companies. Litecoin, it's going to be a little, I think.
Also list a good product like good project like Litecoincash and Ring, right?
Right. Right.
Definitely. Why not?
Well, I was
Yeah.
going to say you
Of
really
course.
sound like kindred soul company because Litecoin Cash and Ring it's very much a build this from the ground up, get the tech right first before you start going out and asking for
Yeah.
money,
Mhm.
and that seems to be what you're doing as well.
I think, in my opinion, I agree, but I think that's the only way to do it because if you I'll be honest, the company, when you don't have the type of money, you don't have the type of funding, it's very hard to kind of maintain. So when things got really tough, like us four, we refused to let the company die. And we stepped in, we were single-handedly paying for the project and
That is awesome.
to pay the developers to pay because we believed in that we were all so passionate and we understood that the potential is enormous. And I'm so happy that we stayed the course. We like as they say, we refused to fold. We wouldn't take no for an answer. No, it's true. It's
Same
Yeah,
as
yeah.
us. Same as
so
us.
Yes,
you guys
exactly.
understand. That's exactly what it is.
I
Absolutely.
mean, we are for the cryptocurrency top 7%. Yeah, don't forget LCC. Yeah.
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 And
That is fantastic. So, it sounds like much like us, that you have this vision, and the Fantasygold Exchange, in essence, if I understand it right, you're creating the exchange that you'll bring the world to you rather than you going to them.
exactly.
That's exactly it. No, that's exactly 100%. They couldn't have said any
Yeah.
better
That
than
is
that.
brilliant.
Yeah.
That is brilliant.
We decided to
And
solve
you,
the. Go ahead. Instead of relying, my point is to rely on exchanges. You're at the mercy of them. You know what I'm saying? You're always kind
absolutely.
of. They have power over you. We were so sick and tired, and we just we saw what was happening to all these exchanges. You know, Coin Exchange one day is $1 billion company, the next day they just shut their doors, and people are screwed for the most part.
Yeah,
Again, if you
exactly.
can't go to a big exchange, it leaves you high and dry. So we got so sick of it that we decided we put everything else, on the back burner slightly, and we said, how about we just, we deliver a simple exchange, but it will always allow liquidity. It will always allow people to buy safely FGC without relying on anybody else. And I'm very happy we decided to do that because
What do you
very
think
soon.
Oh, go ahead.
I was saying very soon, hopefully within this week, we will allow. Basically, we won't be in public beta, private beta. We'll open the doors, and we'll allow all you guys to be, to be the first to open up an account. The whole process is very simple. Again, we have no KYC. We don't need to know everything about people. We just a very simple, easy way.
That is awesome.
We'll just yeah.
What great timing. Did you know about this, Rab?
I knew they were. I mean, I know they did like a private, even like a closed private beta last week.
Yeah.
I knew that, but I didn't know like it's coming like next week. So it's pretty fun.
Yeah.
I'm excited.
That's
Yeah.
really
God
cool.
willingly, we're working at all the bugs. We had 8 bugs that we just found. We solved all of them. So again, if all goes well, it's inevitable. But like I said, if God willingly, if we stay the course, everything is going to be fine in a very short period of time. We're going to be able to open our doors to the public, and like I said, the whole approach is going to be different. It's going to be not goal oriented. We're just driven and trying to screw people by charging them outlandish fees, which is crazy again.
Yeah, you have a good use case and you're offering a solid product. So to kind of like, what's your experience like, even just professionally? How did you kind of reach this point in your life? Have you always been into computers?
I went to school for computer networking and hardware.
Okay.
So I was a little bit more tech savvy, and then it's funny, but my friend, one of my very close friends, in 2017, I had a little money that I saved up from working. He said, "Listen, I didn't know anything. I've heard of Bitcoin like all of us, but I never did my research. I always felt like it was very difficult to. It just almost didn't make sense. Like something that
Correct.
on the internet, like it just didn't make you want to just dig deep and actually read into it. Unfortunately, of course." And in 2017, my friend just called me up. He said, "Listen, because he works with coders also, and he's like, you have to invest into Ethereum. Just read into it. Put all your money you have, and just put it all into Ethereum." And I luckily I did that. I basically went all in. All the money I had, I put it all into Ethereum. And at that point, if I'm not mistaken, it was a little under $200. Within 7-8 months, it went to over 1,000.
So,
oh wow,
1,400, I think the 1,400 highest. Yeah.
But the problem is,
December 2017, I think November, December
yeah,
that time.
yeah.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, I wasn't smart enough to take all my money out because I made a decent amount of money, but unfortunately, I left it all in alts. And as you guys could probably tell, this was a forced bear market. This was not a natural bear market.
Yes.
This is a manipulated, forced, borderline rigged bear market. So if you guys remember when, this it's based on facts. When Charlie Lee sold all his Litecoin, if you guys remember, I remember like it was yesterday.
In December.
But his exact words were, "We will be in a 2-year bear market prior to all of this." So my only question is, how could he have known this, basically, that well? You know why? Because the 1% of the people, the market makers, told him in advance, "Sell all your coins. We're going to dump the whole market. We're going to deplete it, and then after that, we'll allow people to basically, it's what it was. It was thievery. Honestly, they just stole all the money that people invested into it. The market was, I think, almost 800 billion. It dropped to what, a little over 100 billion. They took out $700 billion from the market entirely.
Holy shit. I'd never looked at it that way. I mean, I came into the space so naive, and I'm still mostly naive, but what you're saying sounds solid and just
no, we're all
rotten as
naive,
hell.
but the thing is that there's always market makers when it comes to like stock markets and crypto. But here there's no regulation, so people honestly that's exactly what happened. He sold all his coins. We've been almost in a bear market for the last 3 years.
Yep.
Which is, it's unnatural. It wasn't supposed to be this way, but they planned it this way.
It was and still is the Wild Wild West.
Sure.
Well, so this is interesting. Really what you're saying then maybe, Eugene, is that, this is supposedly all decentralized, right? Nobody's in control. But if you're an exchange, you actually are in control. And so it's the exchanges that were controlling it. Is that right?
First of all, the exchanges are fully controlling it. Second of all, for example, people that strongly believe in Bitcoin like I do, the miners have all the power.
Yeah.
The whales plus the miners are in cahoots, and they have all the control over all the Bitcoin. So, like I said, in theory, it's decentralized,
Yes.
but in reality, it's pretty much fully centralized. Not by the government, but still by 1% that has pretty much all the power over it.
You're exactly right.
So ideally, that's exactly what it is. Ideally, we want to create more decentralized products, and actually, but it's hard, because if you guys recently saw what Telegram wanted to do, they actually had the most successful ICO ever. They raised billions of dollars. They had the biggest. Basically, the amount of money they raised was insane, and the government, the world government, not even the U.S. government, they prevented them from moving forward with their blockchain. So it's crazy, and they're now forcing them. They were suing them back and forth for a while, and they basically, the government was threatening them. They would not allow them to bring their idea to market. So, but it's
Wow.
like, how does that make any sense? Because Ethereum did the same thing. Ethereum was it simply was an ICO. Vitalik Buterin had an idea. He raised money, and now this company is worth $45 billion today. So you see, it's
crazy.
It's crazy, because some companies, they allow you to do it and allow you to basically, and then a company like Telegram, who already has a successful platform, they have, last time I checked, like almost 400 million users on Telegram. They forbid them for and they already had the people. They're already building their own blockchain, their own token, and they just
It sounds like we've got a kindred spirit here. There you are.
No, I'm here.
Yeah,
I'm here. I'm here.
Okay.
It mutes out from time to time. I think this is like I'm telling you, it's old Discord. It's 100% Discord.
Yeah, I think
It
so.
is.
Yeah.
Well, you're fighting the good fight. So you're like a lot of us. You got brought into the space by others, and now that you're here, how did you find the Fantasygold Coin guy?
Yeah, I basically found them on Coin Exchange in 2017, and I was just blown away. And I joined the community, and they saw the value in my knowledge. They saw my passion, and then I was just offered a position. At that time, they said, "Do you want to join the team?" And I said gladly, because I always, since I understood blockchain, I wanted to enter the space.
I think that's a lot of us that we want to enter the space, especially when we heard about it. And it seems like, a lot of, so, obviously there are comparisons to, cryptocurrency industry is like the gold rush. And it seems the people who build the tools are the ones that actually profit, rather than the people trying to, pick the right thing that goes up.
Sounded like his mic faded out as he was talking. It might have technical difficulties.
Yeah. Honestly, I sense the slimy hand of Charlie Lee behind this. We start speaking truth.
It's not me. It's not me. It's not the devil. I'm sorry.
Oh no,
it's not me.
It's Charlie
Protect
Lee.
us, devil. Protect us.
Exactly.
Protect us from Charlie Lee.
Yeah, it's funny. So my first coin was Litecoin, and it's the only coin I bought because it's the coin for the ignorant. I was very ignorant. And that's how I found Litecoincash, right? Like I would have never, known about it. But there's something about
I started as miner. It was like, okay, it was always checking out what's the most profit of mining and everything. And the funny thing was, what, Bitcoin? No, it's too complicated to mine it. No. But it's a fucking unicorn. You can do whatever you want. I mean, it's always Bitcoin. Every coin is related to Bitcoin, and that sucks a little bit.
Yeah,
I mean, I came to Litecoincash because of Tipsy. So.
Because of Tipsy.
Yeah,
brought you
I mean,
in.
yeah, literally, like, I don't know if you guys remember. So yeah, we used to have, I think, ambassador, and I mean, he was like, "Hey, I know one coin, and they have a Tipsy, and then people can tip you, and they rain, and it's fun." And then I joined. I say, okay, why not? I mean, I knew Litecoincash in February 2018. There was a news, and everywhere, and Charlie Lee, started talking bad about Litecoincash. I mean, I know the whole story. I was following everything, but I didn't buy anything that time, because I was kind of new to crypto, and I was just playing, and I was doing a bunch of stuff here and there.
I started actually after the hype was it end of 2018 when Bitcoin was kind of 3,500 euros, or I don't know what it was in USD. But I was like, yeah, maybe I should spend 100. And after that, years later, I was like, what the fuck? Why didn't I spend
Oh, good.
more?
Yeah.
We've
Yeah,
got you. It
Eugene
looks
is
like we
back.
got Eugene back.
Yeah,
Yes,
he's
good.
back. Yeah.
Good. Well, I wait for his microphone to unmute. But what a great did you? So Rab, you've been involved with them. You built their Mac wallet. Basically, you get around, don't you?
Right. Here's the thing. Let me look.
Sorry, Eugene, you're on.
Okay. Let me
You
remember,
went
like,
out and you got a server mute. I'm sorry.
Sounds
last
good.
time, remember last week I talked about it, like, okay, so I met Eugene, right? So he was like, we were
Yes.
trading, and I was talking blah blah blah. I was just talking about how I was involved with how I got into crypto, and he's like, hey, can I DM you? I was like, okay. So he's like, hey, I have a product, and so he told me about Fantasygold Coin, and then he's like, okay, we have exchange going on, and he talked about VR poker, and I was like, I like video games. Like, I'm not a big fan of
Yes.
shooting game. I like role playing more kind of that kind. But I was like, I like video games. I like poker, and it's like this product has been like in the market for like 3 years.
Come
Like,
on, get
what
it
else do you
into
need?
the ring. Get it into the ring wallet, huh? Come on,
Yeah.
implement it.
Yeah, so
I
I was
love
like,
it.
why not? I was like, okay, I mean, I sounds great. I mean, why not? So then I was like, okay, I just liked it. Like within like 5 minutes when I saw everything, and I saw how much Nico been the main developer been working on the project like single-handed. I was like, sweet. If you have a developer or the founder and that puts like 100%, like 110%, definitely
Yeah.
that coin worth a lot.
Yeah, and I love the
I
idea
mean,
that they're looking to create an ecosystem, and
yeah,
we're, I think, in
yeah.
many ways doing the same thing.
And then the first thing came in my mind, like, sweet, now we can list Litecoincash and drink.
Yes, exactly. On a good
Yeah,
exchange.
yeah, good exchange,
Have we got
exactly.
we've got Eugene. You're able to speak again.
Awesome. I'm just making sure. I'm just listening.
Awesome,
Good.
okay.
Well, while we have this time with you, we've probably got about another 5-10 minutes. Tell us a little bit about yourself. What do you like to do for fun?
Actually,
We
Oh,
lost you
come
again.
on.
Bloop.
Yeah, we lost you again.
Actually, it was
Cartoonish.
under
So
18, not allowed.
I do try to do research, and you can only go so far, right? And I noticed there was something. Eugene has a YouTube channel, I think, or a YouTube account, right? We all do. And you're back.
I'm here. I'm just listening. I'm here.
Yeah, I was going to say, I noticed that you have one of your people that you follow is Cardistry or Cardstry, the ASMR site with cards, and I actually follow the same site.
Dude,
So
really?
I do. Are you into ASMR? So I'm going to answer for him. Yes, he is. Because if those you don't know,
Push the
ASMR is
button.
Push the button.
ASMR is autonomous sensory meridian response.
What is
Basically,
that?
yeah. So you think like NPR, these radio guys when they talk, and it's this super like rich voice, and every sound is exquisite, and your body kind of reacts to it. If your body reacts to that kind of thing, or whispering, right? Somebody's like whispering in whatever. And when I say your body reacts to it, I'm not talking anything just wild or crazy, but just you're like, oh, you feel complete in that moment.
Mhm.
That's
Mhm.
ASMR. That's how I would describe it. So
That's
I
interesting.
was just curious.
No,
So
no.
are you into that as well?
I'm into that. I'm into definitely. But I started
Very
actually
cool.
getting into cards. I started buying and reselling cards recently because I've had my own eBay business for many years. I did a little of everything, honestly. But I'm a big David Blaine.
David Blaine fan.
Yeah, I
I
love
used to
David
watch a
Blaine.
lot. I mean, I used to watch him a lot, like on TV.
Did you see that YouTube video, David Blaine, where it's David Blaine, you demon? Have you seen that one?
No,
no,
I didn't.
not that one. No.
I will post it here in general. It's a hilarious kind of
Okay.
takeoff on David Blaine.
Okay, that would be cool.
So do you do magic, Eugene?
I started recently. I just started like very simple card tricks, just just to see if I could actually do it. No, yeah, just to see
Yeah.
if you're capable of
Hey,
learning. But
Matt, I
Yeah.
have a good example. He does magic.
Yes.
He made me fall into his project. Come on.
no, it's just no. But what he said is it's the passion. Honestly, that's one thing he said. He said when I spoke. Sorry, that's the push. It's funny because when you push the button, it actually moves to the left or to the right, and it doesn't
Yeah.
even work, which is weird. But no, he simply said that he saw the passion, and we all share the same passion. When you really work endlessly, and you put all your
Yes.
time, all your energy, just everything you have into something, that's honestly my opinion. When you find something like that in life, it really is a diamond in the rough, because people are so defeated nowadays. People are so just stuck in their ways, in their own kind of mental state, where they're it's very hard. And when you find somebody that's truly passionate, like I've always believed since I was younger, that everybody in life has a calling. We all have a destiny, and we all have a calling that we're just kind of almost destined to do, as crazy as that sounds.
I think you're
But
exactly right. And I wouldn't have predicted this, years ago, that the crypto space would be that venue, but it is.
it found me, and honestly, it was kind of, like as they say, what luck is when opportunity meets what is it? I forgot what
Yeah,
it, like somebody
preparation.
defined luck.
Yeah, when opportunity meets
Exactly, when
preparation.
preparation, exactly. That's beautifully said, and that's, in my opinion, the best definition of luck. Because when you're prepared for something and you're given an opportunity and you're
Yes.
capable of utilizing.
And so what do you think prepared you for this moment? I mean, you can say everything, but can you think of like 2 or 3 things in your life that prepared you for this moment? When you met it.
Sorry, no, because it keeps moving. Can you simply, like, I didn't fully understand the question.
Oh yeah, I was just
What prepared
wondering.
me for? Yeah,
Yeah,
I'm
what
sorry.
prepared you to meet this opportunity? What skills do you have? What life experiences do you think prepared you for this?
It's a good question. Mainly, I think I was just passionate to find a way to make it work, because we all had a lot of different ideas. Like I said, I've been very passionate about poker because I understood the kind of the skill set in that game as opposed to other games,
Yes.
and that's why I want to invent, and I want to. You know what it is? I always wanted to kind of work for myself. That's what kind of pushed me into this direction. I always wanted to work for myself. After years and years of working for other people, I decided that, even if I have to work for free, even if I have to work 7 days a week, I want to create products that people will use, that will love, that will give me the opportunity to work for myself. I think that's the main reason.
Man, well, I'm so glad we made your acquaintance today. That Rab facilitated this, because, I mean, I think I can't speak for the project because I don't, but I would hope that they list on your Fantasygold exchange, and that we can continue this relationship. I'd love to have you back on, especially if we can fix
Gladly.
Discord for you.
And
No,
also,
for sure. But I'll add you guys who are interested. I'll add you all to the Fantasygold community channel.
Oh,
You
please
can
do.
just see directly.
So I joined the
Sorry.
Fantasygold channel myself earlier today.
Awesome. The problem is that it's also Discord related. Do you see the community channel? Because you
Yes.
have. My point is, I have to look into the settings, and let me know if you can't see the community channel. I'll change it on the settings for you. You're allowed to.
So what I have, I just see welcome and rules, and then that's the community. And the Fantasygold is BTC community donations.
Okay, so you don't see the community channel then. That's what I mean. I'll look.
Okay, I don't.
yeah, so the Fantasygold coin has some kind of like a security thing. I mean, and it's not security, but you
Okay.
have to read. You will only see like 2 channels, I think, and then you have to activate the. You have to react to that emoji. Someone
Yeah,
is
no, yeah.
there.
If that doesn't work on the bottom, that's exactly it. But I'll go through it after this conversation is done, and I'll.
Yeah. Once you go to the rules, Matt, there's at the bottom there is a Fantasygold emoji. You have to just activate it, and you should be able to see all the channels, but didn't work for me.
Oh,
So he had
I
to
see.
manually do it.
Try to
Didn't
do
work for
that,
me.
Matt. Yeah, try to do that. If that doesn't work, I'll go through the settings and I'll.
And also, I
Yep.
just wanted to say before we, done with this interview, next week we have a main developer from Fantasygold Coin, Nico. So we're
Oh,
gonna we're
awesome.
gonna have we're gonna have like a bunch of tech question, like technical stuff, rather than general. So we're gonna go deep into like how things are
Yes.
working. So it's gonna be fun.
I love it. Very
I'm
good.
personally.
And go ahead.
It's like we're gonna overrule him all the time.
It is weird.
I keep pushing
Yeah,
push talk,
yeah.
and it just moves slightly to the left, and it instantly just becomes.
I'm totally sorry, but you're the first one, but probably not the last one.
Yep, exactly. We'll get it figured out. But I
Yeah.
think this will be great.
Yeah, that will be.
Now, will you
it'll
be with
interesting.
Nico? Is it Nico or Nico?
Nico.
Nico.
Yeah, I'll definitely
Nico.
be here. I'll
Good.
probably be silenced.
Perfect.
Yeah, maybe
Well, good.
we'll
Well,
probably
what
be
we can
able
do,
to fix that by next week. Fix you so you can have to push. Or
exactly.
But I
are
think,
you on? Sorry,
I
are
think
you on your computer or phone?
it's not Discord. It's I don't know.
It's the app. No, I'm on the app. I don't.
Okay, you on the phone. Okay, you on the phone.
mm.
Okay, yeah. Sometimes it could be like I had a problem a little bit when I started
Oh, that's
push to
right. When
talk.
you called in,
Yeah,
yes, when you called in
remember?
on your phone, it didn't work at all.
Didn't work at all.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you're
That's
right.
why
So it
it's
has
the
to be a
app on the
laptop.
phone. Unfortunately, it's
Yes,
not.
it
But
is
no
So
a
you
worries,
are.
I'll
shitty app.
install it on my computer. It is a shitty
Yeah,
app. It's a
Perfect.
very shitty
yeah.
app.
I mean, if you are in a computer, yeah, if you're in a computer, there's two options. Like even if you do like a push to talk, you have to press some keys like Control A, Control B, or
Ugh.
whatever, right? And then you have to talk, or hopefully Devil can figure out how to, not to have push to talk for you.
No, but that's it. That's exactly what it is. It's the phone app. But
So
well, this
next
will be
week,
great.
Devil, next week I'm thinking about invite Nico like 5 minutes to 10 minutes earlier, and then we do the testing.
Sounds great.
Sure.
Push to talk. All right, that will be so we can just won't have
But
any
I'll
problem.
gladly be here as well. I'll probably be silent because
Sure,
Perfect.
no, you can even be active. No problem
Yeah,
at all.
either
exactly.
way, I wouldn't miss it. So
Yeah.
again, I
Good.
really appreciate this opportunity. We are all kindred spirits because we kind of all have that same.
Absolutely.
We have the same passion to create things. You know what I'm saying? To create just even the community you have is honestly it's amazing to me because you have a very
Yeah.
active, very just positive community. And at a time like this with all the COVID and all the
Exactly.
Do we have time for one question from the general chat?
Oh yeah. Please,
Okay,
please, let's do it.
so anybody have any question for Eugene? Like we're gonna probably just take one or two, like depending.
yeah,
So
I'm
if you
amazed
guys have any questions,
how active
just
the
write on
chat
the
is.
chat room.
I'm amazed honestly.
It is, man. I mean, it's a good community. Litecoin. I mean,
It is.
I'm with this project for 2 years. You can imagine how awesome is this project.
No,
Well,
I love
and
it.
Rab is a beloved figure in the community here, having made Hive Pool, and I've actually made money on Hive Pool, and so he
That's
is a
good.
beloved figure here. But yeah, let's
And
get some questions, all of you out there.
Yeah, if you guys have any questions, please ask.
Most of them they're waiting on Ro's post on YouTube, then they can listen to the chat in pieces and parts.
That's true.
Yeah.
That's really cool.
All right.
Hold on
Looks
again,
like
Howard.
we have no questions, so I think it's a wrap up.
But so then
You
be
wanna wrap it up,
thinking of
Matt?
your questions for next week. I will wrap it up. Thank you, Eugene. Fantasygold Coin is who we've been talking to. Soon to see Fantasygold Exchange, and then I guess a token in the exchange or in the Fantasygold Coin Network. Soldier of Fortune. Did I get it right, Eugene?
Yes, all correct. Thank you for having
Awesome.
me. This is a pleasure. Honestly, you guys are
You're
great,
awesome.
and I'm already a fan of everything you're doing. I'm already a fan instantly. So
well, likewise.
Good to
The
hear
more I
that,
read,
yeah.
the more I liked what I saw. So yes, we'll talk to you next week.
Sounds
All
good.
right.
Thank you, guys.
Yep.
Have a great week.
And another point I want to mention is the virtual reality party, which we have on the 8th
Yes.
of 8th at 8
8 of 8.
GMT.
Yep. 8
8 of 8 in the year you hate. So this is
So
gonna be awesome.
quick question. Is that only Oculus Rift, or does it
No.
work on a Samsung?
Computer.
PC is a two-dimensional version of ALTspace VR.
It works on
also
all headsets, though. I mean, anything.
and on the headsets.
Yeah, just try to look for ALTspace VR. That's the actual
Awesome.
platform.
I actually know of it, but I have a Gear VR because when I bought my Samsung phone a couple years back, it came with it, so I know exactly what that is.
Yeah, I really don't know if a Gear will work. I think it will work. I've heard people.
We can try. If it doesn't work, then it doesn't work. But it might.
Yeah. If it
Can you
doesn't work,
imagine?
you can get on through PC though. You can download it for Windows.
I mean,
Awesome.
since Oz has layers of private rooms, maybe we have a Fantasygold Coin private room where you can play poker or Soldier of Fortune in VR.
That's the goal. That's actually the goal.
Yeah, but I saw when I walked through the VR space yesterday, even in 2D, there were guys playing already.
Wow.
Sure, yeah. There's MREs there. There are ways to make things interactable and to make scripts happen, and that's definitely part of the discussions we can have in the future. You definitely want to get familiar with the platform.
I don't want to type in Discord. I wanna stand at the bar, having some liquor, and if somebody asks me something, I say yes or no, or hit the road check.
Well, since we have some listeners, let me talk about it real quick. Since we have some listeners,
Please.
and kind of get everybody up to speed. So for everybody listening, on August 8th, we'll be throwing a live DJ dance party, but in a virtual reality nightclub. You can get to it from virtual reality headsets or from a Windows PC. You don't have to have virtual reality. It's going to be our Saturday Night Hive end of summer party. And as a few of you already know, I actually took a few months off of working on Tipsy to get into 3D modeling and VR development. And I created a sort of retro future neon nightclub in space called the Flying Saucer. And since I created it and own it and can throw events there, I decided to pull in the party here. Like even what we're having here, this Open Friday Open Turntables, we can even move that to VR one day and kind of have it there as well. Yeah, you like it.
It's gonna be
like
awesome.
We totally love it. So retro neon nightclub space. Is that what you're calling it?
Yeah, hold on.
Retro
Actually,
neon nightclub
tell you what,
space.
I have a YouTube video showing off the space that I can send to you right now and put in the Discord.
And tell me the name of it again. Tell me the name of it again.
Here, it's called the Flying Saucer.
The Flying Saucer. Well,
Saucer.
Dude, you heard about the news. This was in the New York Times, where the Pentagon is going to release information about UFO stuff that they've sat on.
I just heard this. I just read this an hour ago.
Yeah.
Completely blown away.
Me too. And you know who pushed this was the lead guitarist of Blink-182.
What? You're kidding me.
No,
Are you kidding me?
No, I'm not.
No way.
I'm not.
They thought he was a nut job for the longest time. They thought he was a nut job.
Correct.
Meanwhile,
it's probably about 3 years ago. He pushed the government. He got some stuff and he leaked a bunch of things about UFOs. So then the government had to essentially cop to it and say, "Yeah, this is true." So Tom fucking DeLonge is responsible. It is
absolutely insane. I'm big on punk rock too. So it's fascinating.
Who are your bands?
I haven't really listened to punk rock lately, but I grew up on like AFI and that's my favorite type of band. Strike Anywhere. I fucking love. A Fire Inside was one of my favorite bands. They were just musically like The Used. I grew up on metal too. Metallica and all that type of stuff. Slipknot.
Totally.
So I'm just different type of genres, but it's fascinating.
Well, we're gonna have to add something to our nightclub night, Oz, because we're gonna have more information this coming week. One of the quotes, and this is a direct quote, was that they had material from craft that was made not on this planet. That's a quote from the Pentagon.
Nice.
Just
I have
what
to
a year.
tell you, the universe. Come on, man! You really be so simple that you think you're the only one who God created. My dad.
I know I'm not the only one that watches Ancient Aliens. I know that can't be the case.
I'm right there with you. I mean,
that was
right there with you.
I just finished Supernatural season 18, and it was like when the Satan said to his son, let's explore the universe. There's so many places to go. Well,
What do you think
Satan had a son?
our flatter's gonna say?
Well, actually, technically, if you look at a sphere from only one direction, it is a flat circle.
Yes, that is exactly
yeah, but
right.
but
that is exactly
isn't
right.
the theory that Bitcoin was created by aliens or some future?
Yeah, I saw that somewhere, man. I saw that.
So that's
yeah.
Satoshi. Well,
They think
maybe it
some
is. But
alien created a bot or something kind of to take control of human or something. I saw that somewhere. I don't remember where, but I know.
Stephen
Unfortunately,
Hawking,
they failed until now.
it's true until now. Stephen Hawking said that he was actually very worried about finding life in space because when an advanced culture meets a less advanced culture, usually the one ends up a slave of the other. So
Yeah.
this could be. Maybe
could
this is
be
why
like
we're
a less
building virtual
advanced.
spaces now.
And you notice that Elon Musk is also he's very similar to that. His biggest fear is
Yes.
machines just taking over
Yes.
and controlling.
Scares. Yeah,
fucking-
he
Yes.
doesn't like AI. Yeah, he doesn't like AI.
It's kind of strange.
Well, you feel like a lost brother, Eugene. We
No, but-
have made a forged union here. This is good.
No, it's wonderful. Honestly, this is not. There's no coincidences in life. Honestly,
I would agree.
That's what I truly believe in it.
100%.
This is written. This was destined, and I came across Rabbit, and I'm very happy that I did so, because we kind of hit it off instantly. He saw my passion, I saw his passion for blockchain and for building and developing, and again that he helped us out tremendously. And
That's awesome.
It's rare. It's to come across people like this. You could actually work with together, and who share the same vision. It's truly it leaves you speechless because honestly,
Yeah, it does.
It really does.
Yeah, we're all here because of Rab.
So now I am too.
Well, I don't.
So now I am.
Wait a minute.
Now,
Said he's here because of me.
No.
I mean,
I
if
knew
you
that
do
was
like
good. I knew I was
time
gonna
loop,
piss off
time loop,
Tipsy.
time loop.
no, if you look
Yeah.
at A equal to B equal to C, so A equal to C, right? So I'm here because of Tipsy, and if you guys here because of me, so you all of here for because of
You're
Tipsy, I
all
guess.
my children.
Yeah, you know what?
No,
Tipsy
listen.
has
listen.
her way with everyone.
Rap said after the second interview, he said, maybe I believe in the devil. We on the right path. Yeah, we on the right path.
That's true. We're all here
Hey.
because of the devil.
Hey, I got one more thing to say though about the club night. I do want to say one more thing regarding integrating crypto and VR. I have actually successfully gotten Tipsy to talk to ALTspace. So what I'm going to be doing right now is everyone who comes to the club who's a registered member of Tipsy and comes in and checks in at the party will get 50,000 points added to your account. Plus, you will get entered into the raffle prizes, and we are not only are we going to be giving away smaller prizes throughout the night, but we're going to give away 3 major prizes that are worth around $10, $25, and $50 worth of LCC. So
Nice.
you don't want to miss that. But you do have to be a registered Tipsy member. Eugene, you might want to go ahead and begin if you haven't. And you do have to come to the club and check in. And I have tutorials written, and I'm going to make it very easy for everyone to do so. It's simply 2 steps, click, click, you're there.
And soon we're gonna post more about that.
Yes.
I was going to say we'll just start pumping this because we have 2 weeks. We're 2 weeks out.
Yep,
Yeah.
it's time.
Yep, and it's
And
gonna
also-
be kind of my birthday because my birthday
Nice.
is 9th of August. So actually for me, not for you, the Americans, of course, but for me, it's my birthday.
Well, happy birthday. August 8th, 8/8 and the year we hate is going to be just an awesome day. I'm excited.
And also don't forget
Thank you,
to tune
Oz.
in
Did you
next
have
week.
anything else to say?
No, not really. I mean, I'll have more the next week as things develop. I have just recently created working glow sticks and LED staffs that actually work in the club.
I've stolen one. I went out with.
You are a beautiful man. You're a beautiful
They're fun.
man.
I'm just trying to make it a
That's
fun, real
awesome.
club experience. You're gonna have interactable drinks eventually. There's all kinds of fun little, just
Nice.
things we're gonna have.
You know what
Hey,
my
so
guy
it's
said?
like, Christy-
you know what my
Christy
guy said
Compass-
on Facebook, it was like when I posted a picture of the VR of the club, I was like, of course, he's standing at the bar.
Yeah.
Yeah,
They don't.
you were. I noticed Christy Compass said the glow sticks and staffs are amazing.
Yeah, and Ozzy, don't forget to stack some whiskeys. So.
Yeah. You know what? That's actually, I don't have a tumbler glass. I modeled out like a little cocktail glass. I got a beer. I've got a couple of wine glasses, but I didn't make a tumbler. I'm going to totally do that.
Nice.
Yeah. Got to have a little scotch, a little whiskey. Of
Yeah.
course. Rum. I need rum. You know what? I don't even know what I'm doing. That's my
You
drink.
do need rum.
Yeah.
Rum 151 for the flight.
Okay, guys. On
All
that
right.
bombshell,
Thank you, Devil.
we
Eugene.
continue next week.
Ozzy.
Thank you,
Have a
guys.
good day,
you all.
everybody.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you for having
Thank
me.
you, all of you.
I'll see you
It
guys
was
next
great.
week.
Thank you, Eugene.
Thank you.
Take
Definitely.
care.
Yeah.
Thank
Thanks
you.
for it.
Take care,
Bye.
guys. Bye bye.